Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a lovely Sunday, and you are here with me, Vanna J, and we are here for the culture update. It is time for another one. That's right, I'm bringing it to you. It's the update for the culture, where we're going to talk about the latest and what's been happening, and also get to the good stuff as well. So thank you for joining me. I want to give a quick shout out to the culture creators for putting this on for us. You guys make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel. The culture creators is putting on for the culture in all the ways possible. So shout out to the culture creators for bringing us this culture update. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. I feel like there's so much going on that we just have to talk about it. And what better way to start with than to basically just bring up the fact that this is indeed America. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. This is America, and I want to bring that topic to light because there have been so many people getting in the news and doing internet interviews and television interviews, and I hate the phrase. This is not America. This is not the America I know. This is not the America I grew up in. This is not the America I know and love. Those phrases have been used by so many people recently in the media that it frankly is just starting to piss me off if I'm really being just honest about it. Because the fact is that, folks, this is indeed America. And I'm yelling it at the top of my lungs in my Donald Glover slash childish Gambino voice. Let's just put it out there. This is America. We don't have to tiptoe around what's happening. Just because bad things take place doesn't mean that we can just push those things to the side and act like that this is not who we are, when indeed we are proving that this is indeed who we are. So I think that Donald Glover slash childish Gambino put it best whenever he had his "This Is America" music video in his song, and he brought to the attention to what is actually America, and this is the America that we're living in. So let's just talk about what is America today, and let's just break down what's actually happening in the world right now. Floods are devastating Louisiana and many parts of the South, including Mississippi and other areas. As we speak, a Category 4 hurricane is hitting, and this is on the anniversary of 16-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, which, as many of you remember, was completely devastating to the Louisiana area. So once again, here we are, 16 years later, and this is America. We are suffering once again from this devastation, including climate change. Here we are again. This is America, and we have these every vote count. We have this every vote count parade going on where we had tons of protesters coming out and taking to the streets. We had young people out in droves trying to fight for their right to vote. This is America, folks. This is what's going on. I heard a quote on TV from a woman that said during these times of them taking away rights to votes for a lot of people, that we actually have less voting rights right now in the United States than we had back in the 60s, whenever Martin Luther King and everyone else was in the streets fighting and marching and protesting. So if you're not going to be doing something about it now, then why were we ever doing anything about it then? Now is the time. We can't even get a bottle of water while we wait in line. Here where I live in Las Vegas, sometimes it reaches temperatures up to 117, 18 degrees. Sometimes we'll have days on end where it's 107 and 8 degrees. Could you imagine being a voter standing in line and you can't even be handed a bottle of water because you're waiting for your right to vote? I mean, some of these rules and these things that have been put into place when it comes to voting laws are just, they're astounding, blasphemous, just unfathomable. Fathomable. I mean, I can't even wrap my head around it. It's insane. So, this is America. Let's talk about the COVID wards in hospitals and how they are overflowing, how they are just completely overrun, overflowed with sick people. This is America. This is what we're going through. We have hospitals that are so jam packed dealing with the pandemic that they can't even take people in for a normal situation like a heart attack or a stroke, or I don't know, maybe just had low blood sugar and you passed out. Well, you're not getting in the hospital right now because our COVID wards are packed and they're taking up all the ventilators, and the entire hospitals are just full of sick COVID patients. Folks, this is America. Let's talk about the wildfires right now. And I'm sure I'm going through these topics too fast for my production to keep up with the photos, so I do apologize. But let's just talk about the wildfires right now that are ravaging through California, Oregon, and all different parts of the state. The wildfires that are hardly contained, if any at all, the wildfires that are a product of global warming, and not only that, but are receiving little to no, talk. There are a lot of people that are not even concerned about the fact that our countries and much of our countryside is burning. Let's take a look at this map right here. This is the police killings by state and city per 100,000 people. This is America, you guys. Like, I'm so sick and tired of people saying, this is not the America I know and love. This is it. Look at this map. Anywhere down at the bottom that you see red triangle is where police killings in those states have increased. There's way too much red at the bottom of that. Everywhere on the map that you see, the dark red color, the maroon color, those are places of recorded police killings. This is America. So I just want to bring this to your attention to know that this is exactly what we're dealing with. This is exactly what we're going through. I'm so, just over the fact that people think that this is not us. This is very much us. I think the better question is, what do we plan to do about it? How do we plan to come about solutions and to find ways to be better in the future? Instead of running around saying, this is not the America I know and love, say, this is in fact America, and what exactly do we plan to do about it? So drop me your comments. I want to know what you think of all of the destruction, of all of the fires, the pandemic, of the ocean, and all of the hurricane situation that's going on. What are your concerns? What are your thoughts? How do we move past some of these things? Do you feel like all of these major events are happening in a row and quickly? And do you think that they're coming closer and closer together more than they ever have before? I believe that these events are, and that are coming closer together more than ever before. But I want to know what you think. Drop me some comments and let me know how you feel. And do you feel like this is America? This is America I've always known. This is America I grew up in. I was born in '89. And ever since then, this is the America I have known, whether you love it or you hate it. So just don't deny the fact that this is indeed America. All right, let's get to the entertainment news. You know what time it is. It's time for the gossip, the good stuff, the juicy, the drama, and all that messy stuff in between. Let's get right to it. It's time for entertainment news. And at the top of the entertainment news, we have for you, your boy, Steve Harvey. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Steve Harvey has made the news this week after we have now learned that he has landed a new courtroom TV show. What do you all think about this? I am curious to know. Let's just talk about this for a minute, because Steve Harvey has absolutely no law experience, degree. He's never been a judge, never been, from what I can tell, in any type of law system as far as like, a professional. So him having this courtroom TV show debuting in 2022 is kind of questionable to me. Like, I'm kind of wondering, is this going to be another one of those Judge Jerry Springer type of situations where it's just laughable, or what? I mean, I think from what I've read, it is definitely saying that this is, meant to be something funny. So this is supposed to be a comedic courtroom show. I don't know how that's going to come about or shape up. But yeah, this is something that is new, and I'm wondering how you all feel. Will you be tuning into this? Do you think he will be funny? Let me just read you a little blip about it. It says that that Judge Steve Harvey, because he's not a real judge, will have the show will have a comedic twist. The cases will be very much real, it says. Harvey will welcome real life people into his courtroom to rule on conflicts ranging from family disputes and sour friendships to actual small claims. Steve will play by his own rules, basing his courtroom on his own life experiences and some good old common sense, reported by Variety. So what do you think about this? Okay, this is just what I have like a little blip I have to say about this. Like, are we really taking advice from Steve still? Like, how many times has this man been divorced? How much drama has he had in his life? Like, are we really still taking advice from Steve? I mean, write a book, do your thing, Steve. Like, I'm not hating on you. However, at the end of the day, like, I just, there's no credibility and viability in him being a quote unquote judge and having a courtroom show, in my personal opinion. What do you think? Will you be tuning into Steve's new courtroom show appearing in 2020? And do you think it'll be funny, entertaining? I want to know your comments. Drop them and let me know what you think about Steve Harvey being on a courtroom show. It should be interesting nonetheless. But like I said, I wouldn't be taking any advice from Steve. Steve, you old, you need to just go on. And I mean, not that being old matters. However, in his case, sit your old ass down somewhere is basically what I'm saying. All right, let's move on to the next story. It is TikTok banning the crate challenge. So if you have not been under a rock all week, you've seen this ridiculous crate challenge that has been going around the internet. You pretty much cannot go on any social media platform without seeing ridiculous either videos, memes, or some or other form of media revolving around this crate challenge. From what I understand, which I have not watched not one single crate challenge video, I've only ever seen photos, but from what I understand, the point of the challenge, if there is one, besides killing yourself damn near, is to basically stack crates, like basically like grocery crates, as far up as you can and then walk across them. From what I understand, I don't know if they're running, jumping, walking. I guess they're just walking, but people are losing their like literal shit, like literally be like not good. Like they are falling, breaking bones. um Horrible. One doctor went on and said that due to this challenge, there have been injuries within a wide variety, such as wrist fractures, forearm fractures, broken femur bones, torn ACLs, concussions with head bleeds that could potentially cause lifelong brain damage. And these are all results of this crate challenge. So I don't think that you're going to be the smartest person in the world if you're doing this, especially if you're gambling. I heard that a lot of people were apparently, betting money to see who could do however many tall crates. Not smart, very dangerous. Why did Black people get it? Why did this take over the Black community? That's what I want to know. Drop me your comments. Let me know why it was this such a Black community challenge. Like Black people saw the Tide Pod challenge and were like, nah, we good on that. Y'all can have that. But then y'all saw this crate challenge and was like, yeah, I'm good. I got that extra muscle that they say I have. Let me jump some crate. Like, no, that was not smart. Like, why are we doing this? Like, come on, folks, let's get it together. So tell me what you think about this. Would you try the crate challenge? I don't think it's smart. I don't think you should. But if you're one of the people who's done it, let us know what bones you broke. Hit us up in the comments section. And tell us. I'm just glad that TikTok has banned the videos from continue being played, because clearly, the more people think it's cool or funny or I guess attractive in some way, the more likely they are to repeat it. Look at these images. Just awful. All types of broken bones, like I mentioned earlier, and just not smart, bruh. And you got on Tim's in this picture, it looks like. So you got on Tim's and you were trying to do something somewhat athletic. Like, I just don't think, I don't think any of this was smart. None of it was a good idea. Let me know what you think. Drop me some comments. All right, let's go to our final story of the entertainment news. And this one, y'all, this one's kind of getting deep. Like, I got to kind of go in on this story. I'm not going to lie, because we've got a lot to unpack. So on a prior episode, we have talked about Megan Thee Stallion. We have talked about her situation with Tory Lanez, and I do want to give you a quick update as to what's going on with that situation. So, I think our last show, we talked about Megan Thee Stallion. We talked about how Tory Lanez violated a protective order by showing up at one of her events and somewhat rushing the stage. And he was going to go in front of a judge to find out whether or not either his bail was going to be getting completely revoked or he was going to be getting fined on top of his bail. Well, he did go to that hearing, and the judge decided to fine him, stating that he was in violation of that protective order on Megan Thee Stallion. So he has been fined $250,000 on his bail. Now, that is just that situation with Tory Lanez. That's still an ongoing issue. Let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion when it comes to her newly released hit single with the BTS boys. That's the behind the scenes crew. If you guys know about them. They're the Asian band group, boy band, that has been widely internationally popular and huge. And she had a song where she was featured on one of their tracks. I believe it was like a remix or something of that nature. And her record label decided that they were not going to allow her to release the track on this past Friday, which is when the track was slated to be released. Now, this was 5 days ago. 5 days ago, Megan Thee Stallion took her, and her attorney took her record label to court and basically just stated that, there is no reason why she shouldn't have been able to release this record. And if she didn't release the record, then this was going to be very damaging to her career, to her, reputation. This was going to cause all types of issues with her fans and with the BTS fans as well. So this was going to be huge if they did not allow her to release this song. And come to find out, this is not the first time her record label has treated her like this. Apparently, back in the day, her record label did something similar to another song that she was trying to release, where she took them to court for that as well. So she won again, much like she won in the past with against this record label. She won in court, and the judge did decide to let her release the track with BTS on Friday, which it did just come out. And thank goodness for her, because that probably would have been really bad if she was not able to release this track. I believe the song is called Butter. However, this opens up a much larger issue, because I thought about, the industry and these contracts that these artists sign, and especially when it comes to our Black women in the industry. I'm talking about the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj's, the Megan Thee Stallions, even the ones that are R&B singers like your 𝔸𝕗𝔼ℍ𝕀𝕊 and your, Ari Lennox, and anyone you can think of, her, or anyone that you can think of that's a Black woman in the industry. It just got me thinking about these contracts and about how looped in they get, And in one of the interviews, Megan Thee Stallion actually said that she was only 20 years old when she first originally signed that contract. And, many of these contracts are years at a time, years long. So it's just horribly frustrating that I'm sure there were, fine print, little words, underlying things that were written in this contract that were looping her into things that she did not even realize that she was getting looped into. Oh, 𝕸𝕼𝔼ℝ𝕀, that's a great one. Appreciate you for that. Yeah, that's another great one. I love her, by the way. Her new track with Cardi B is banging, and that music video is out of this world. If y'all have not seen 𝕸𝕼𝔼ℍ𝕀's new music video, oh my God. Ooh, honey, she's spicy in that video, but that's other news. Anyway, my point is, I got to thinking about how these women get roped into these contracts, and it's just insanity. And I did some further digging and found out that Megan Thee Stallion is actually trying to sue to get out of that contract that she has with her recording label, because of how badly they treated her. And the recording label actually was quoted to say that they did not want to release the track with BTS because they felt it was bad for her image and view, and they felt that it was not going to further extend her career, which, if you, like I said, have not been living under a rock for the past, even, I would say, month, you would know that BTS is everywhere. They've had a McDonald's meal. They're huge. I mean, they're on every radio station. They're top 40. They're massive. So for you to even be a company and be able to utter the phrase, you getting on a track with BTS would not be good for your career, I should slap you. And I'm just VANNA J. I barely had a hot 2-second radio station in Oklahoma, and I can tell you that you out your rabbit ass mind. That is insanity. There's no way anybody getting on anything with BTS is blowing up right now. So for them to tell Megan Thee Stallion that her song wasn't going to do well with BTS, they are utterly ridiculous for that, and they should be sued for that statement alone. It's insanity. So just tell me what you think. I mean, I look at the larger issue, and I look at a lot of these Black artists and these Black women out here, and I see, a lot of even documentaries where they talk about how they are sexualized, how they are roped into these contracts that are demeaning to them, that they're forced to do music they don't want to do. They have songs that they've made themselves that they're not able to put out and produce. So it's just a larger issue, and it needs to be looked at. Where are our lawyers that are having these women's backs? Where are the Black lawyers of the world? Where are, the Black community of people that can surround these women in the industry and the men in the industry and help them out when it comes to Black entertainment and signing contracts? Because clearly, unfortunately, we're getting ourselves into situations where they're biting our heads off, and it's not okay. So I want to know what you think about these issues. Drop me some comments in the comment section. And that about wraps it up for the show today, you guys. It's been a good one. And I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Listen, if you have some entertainment news, some Black news, some culture news that you want me to talk about, some hot topics, some hot tea, please drop it in the comment section or hit us up in our DMs and let us know. I will definitely talk about the stories you all want to hear. And also, don't forget to let me know how you feel. Jump in our comment section, subscribe as well, and catch us again on Sunday at 7 p.m. for another culture update. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll check you guys next time. Bye.